Students, to understand the concepts of the world of microorganisms which is present in 8th class, we have to know the prerequisites which are present in a 6th class, that is a living and a non-living. Before going to start the session, here we have few questions. How do we get diseases? Then what are microorganisms? The organisms which are unable to see with our naked eyes, they are called as microorganisms. For example, bacteria, virus, protozoa, algae, fungi, microarthropods. All these are the groups of microorganisms. We are unable to see these organisms with our normal or naked eyes. To observe these kind of very minute and tiny organisms, we are going to use one instrument called a microscope. Now, we will see what is meant by microscope. Here microscope, it is an instrument which is very useful to see the very minute things which are unable to see with our naked eyes. Microscope is just like a hand lens and as well as a magnifying lens, but it is much more powerful than hand lens or a magnifying lens. Generally, this microscope we are using in our science labs to observe the cells, microorganisms and tiny structures which are unable to see with our normal or naked eyes. Students, when we are going to observe the structure of a microscope, mainly we are able to observe two components in the microscope. The first one is structural components and the second one is visual components. Under the structural components, we can see the head, it is also called as a body tube, and next base and as well as a arm. These are considered as structural components. The remaining structures like eyepiece, objective piece, nose piece, coarse adjustment knob, fine adjustment knob, stage, aperture, all these will comes under visual components. Students, now you can observe the parts which are present in a microscope, and here it is called as a body tube, and here this is a eyepiece, coarse adjustment knob, fine adjustment knob, and here this is the handle, and here you can see the base here, and this is a mirror, and here we have the stage where we are going to place the glass slide, and next we are having objective piece, it is also called as objective lens, and next we have revolving nose piece, and these are the parts they are present in a microscope. Actually here body tube, handle and base, and these are considered as structural components of a microscope, but the remaining all the parts they are considered as visual components of a microscope. Now, we are going to observe the microorganisms. Students, what happens when you are going to pack bread or vegetables and keep for a couple of days? What will happen? And when you are going to see after few days, automatically they are going to be rotten and you are going to get a foul smell from those things there, isn't it? If you collect the rotten part of vegetables or bread, when you are going to observe under the microscope, you are able to observe tiny thread like structures, and the tiny thread like structures are nothing but one kind of fungi. Commonly they are called as a mold. It is nothing but rhizopus bread mold. Now, let us observe bacteria. We have curd in a bowl and just collect the watery substance on the curd and place few drops on a glass slide and place another slide on it or any other cover slip and observe it under the microscope. There the microorganisms which are able to see in the microscope, they are nothing but bacteria. That bacteria, it is named as Lactobacillus bacteria. The Lactobacillus bacteria, it is a very useful bacteria which is very helpful in the curdling process. For the purpose of the conversion of milk into curd, this Lactobacillus bacteria, it is very important. Students, then are bacteria harmful or very useful? Just now we saw that yes, in a curdling process the microorganisms, especially the bacteria Lactobacillus, it is very important. And lot of bacteria, they are causing lot of diseases in human beings, in birds and as well as in animals. And lot of microorganisms, they are going to cause lot of diseases in a lot of organisms, and they spread all over the world. There is no place without bacteria in the world. The microorganisms are present everywhere, but we are unable to see with our naked eyes. From these activities, we are able to see only few groups of microorganisms, but there is a vast world of microorganisms, and they are all part of a living world. Now, we are going to observe the parts they are present in a microscope. Here you can see the eye lens or eyepiece, and then it is called as a body tube. And next here we have the revolving nose piece, and below this revolving nose piece you are able to observe the objective lens. And next here you are able to observe the stage here. On this stage only we are going to place the slides here. And next here this is the base here, which is we are going to see in a U shape especially, and this is called as a base. And after that you are able to observe the mirror for the reflection of a light. And next this is called as a arm. This is very helpful for the holding of a microscope there. And here you are able to see two knobs here, and the upper one it is called as a coarse adjustment knob, and lower one it is called as a fine adjustment knob. And here these are the major parts they are present in a microscope. Students, now try to answer these questions here. Give any 3 examples of microorganisms, and what are the structural components of a microscope. Name the bacteria which is very helpful in the preparation of a curd. By these prerequisites, we are able to understand the concepts which are present in the world of microorganisms very easily. Thank you.